Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a surprising truth. On election day in Denmark, the entire country lines up to vote, except one household, the royal household. And here's the twist, the royals are allowed to vote. They just choose not to. Now that, right there, raises 1,000 questions. And today, we're going to unpack them. Imagine election morning, ballots ready, polling stations open, citizens taking part in the most fundamental democratic ritual. And yet, inside the palace, something very different happens. Most people assume the Danish royals simply aren't allowed to vote. But legally, they can. There is nothing in Danish law, nothing in the constitution, that forbids them from voting as long as they meet the same conditions as any citizen: age, residency, and citizenship. So the question becomes, if they can vote, why don't they? This is where the story gets fascinating. Denmark is a constitutional monarchy, and that comes with a very delicate balance. The monarchy exists above politics, not inside politics. The royals are meant to be symbols of unity, stability, and continuity. And in a democracy where opinions clash and parties compete, that neutrality is precious. So even though they have the legal right, the royals choose not to vote because a single vote can be interpreted as a political preference. A political preference can create division. Division conflicts with their entire role as the nation's neutral anchor. Neutrality isn't just a principle, it's a tradition that keeps the monarchy trusted by everyone, not just one group of voters. If you speak to royal historians, political scientists, or communication experts, they all give the same explanation. The monarchy's power is symbolic. Its strength lies in never choosing sides. And in modern media culture, where a single gesture, a facial expression, or an offhand comment can spark political speculation, voting becomes even riskier. Abstaining is not about rejecting democracy. It's about protecting their role within it. And here's another interesting layer: Denmark isn't alone. Across Norway, Sweden, and other Nordic monarchies, the practice is the same. Royal family members technically can vote. But as senior figures representing the whole nation, they almost always choose not to. It's a quiet tradition shared across the region, a kind of unwritten royal code of political silence. Of course, this tradition sparks debate. Some argue, if the monarch is a citizen, shouldn't they participate in democracy like everyone else? It's a fair point. But the counterargument is powerful. The moment a monarch appears to favor one political direction, they lose their place as a unifying figure. This is one of those rare issues where moral responsibility outweighs legal entitlement. So in many ways, not voting becomes its own form of service, a safeguard for the neutrality that keeps their role meaningful. So here it is, brought down to one clear sentence. The Danish royals don't vote, not because they can't, but because choosing not to vote protects their ability to serve the entire nation equally. It's a choice rooted in trust, tradition, unity, and the delicate balance between monarchy and democracy. So the next time Denmark heads to the polls, and millions cast their votes, remember, inside the palace, the silence is intentional. It's a silence that speaks of responsibility. A silence that says, we stand with all of you, by not standing with any one side. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.